Mother Earth crying out, and a few dozen people pledging to help. On the shore of polluted Onondaga Lake, another ceremony, more support for a treaty with Mother Earth to stop polluting the water, the land, and the people.
Mother Earth is our mother, and we feel that if we don't start now taking care of her, who's going to?
The ceremony is part of a Native American Cultural Awareness Weekend. No coincidence that it's happening around Columbus Day. Most of the people attending are of European ancestry, making amends for past wrongs.
500 years since the white man Christopher Columbus came. 500 years of the white man's game. Thousands of years of native pride are now ending in native suicide. Where are you now? Getting drunk? Shooting junk? Divided? Misguided?
They form a circle and hold hands and speak their piece.
We all feel it. You're not alone. Together we can regain this earth, our home.
For these people, this is a religious experience. Although small in number, they feel their concerns are big enough for everyone to share. Jeff Paston, Channel 3 News Nightcast.
This weekend, if you went outside for any period of time, it was time for a sweater.
Details on today's forecast coming up in just a few minutes. The Columbus Day tradition went up in flames last night for protesters in downtown Syracuse. American Indian Movement co-founder Dennis Banks presided at a ceremonial burning of Christopher Columbus at Columbus Circle, claiming Columbus did not discover America, that over 40 million Native Americans were here before him, and that he murdered and wiped out Indian villages in his quest to promote a slave trade for Spain.
That this man was equal to Hitler, Mussolini, Tojo, Saddam Hussein, for all the atrocity that they committed. That we had to kiss the myth of Columbus as the discoverer, kiss it goodbye.
Senator Alphonse D'Amato is scheduled to attend a wreath-laying ceremony at the same spot later this morning. Syracuse city lawmakers.
The issue dates back some 5 centuries. Some people wish that Christopher Columbus had sailed off the edge of the world, and some of them turned out in downtown Syracuse today, while others cheered the explorer. At the same time, Italian Americans, including U.S. Senator Al D'Amato, were honoring the man credited with discovering America. Native Americans were bashing him. They claim Christopher Columbus left a legacy of disregard and destruction of the earth. A legacy they say is evident right here in Onondaga County, and for that matter, all of central New York.
But if you bring it on down into home here, look at what they've done to Onondaga Lake. And now they're paying a tribute to a man, Christopher Columbus, and his legacy, and what's happened in those 500 years to us. I ask, where is the tribute to Native Americans in this community?
Native Americans want their side of the Christopher Columbus story portrayed in history books as well. Carrie?
Dan, our first look at world and national news.
The high dose of tension, conflict, and confrontation over how Columbus should be viewed. Celebration or condemnation? Well, as our Jim Kenyon reports, both views were played out during today's observances here.
All the Indians. So we killed 120 millions.
Well, he's picking on the Italians. Go to Washington. What? Good. Then don't pick on the Italians.
Nearly 500 years since Columbus arrived in the New World, and the clash between two cultures continues to this day. The occasion is the annual observance at the Columbus Monument. Many Indians and their supporters see Columbus as a villain who brought with him disease, slavery, and the eventual destruction of Native American culture.
It's 500 years since the white man came, and 500 years of the white man's game. Thousands of years of native pride are now ending in native suicide.
But many Italian Americans say Columbus is getting a bum rap, that his discovery led to many good things.
Millions and millions upon millions who today would not be liberated were it not for the United States of America and its discovery by Christopher Columbus.
No one knows who did it, but apparently last night, one of the protesters carried out the threat to spray red paint on the Columbus Monument. It's an act that angers some Italian Americans.
This is what this is all about, breaking down stereotypes and false beliefs.
I agree with your demonstration. What I'm objecting to is throwing the red paint.
With cheers and jeers, the wreath was laid at the base of the Columbus Monument. The 500th anniversary of Columbus's arrival is 1 year from today. This was just a preview of things to come. Jim Kenyon, Channel 3 News.
Channel 3 News continues in a moment.
In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, but now 500 years later, this is closer scrutiny. Along this parade route, a typical schoolboy assessment.
It's just everybody's being so hard on him, and he tried all his best to do something good.
We should definitely stop honoring him. What this country is upholding as an ideal for our children is a man that was a mass murderer that exploited the native people and exploited the environment.
Downtown at the monument honoring the man who discovered America, a very different perspective. One of a man obsessed with seeking wealth and glory, whose soldiers committed acts of brutality along the way. Here in Eastwood, where there is a large Italian-American population, tradition is the issue, not so much historical accuracy. Here, Christopher Columbus symbolizes a lot of things to a lot of people.
I think we have to get back to our American traditional values, and that is the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria were very important to me when I was a child. I hope the rest of America believes that too.
Just look, there are the Knights of Columbus. Columbus Day has turned into a holiday of patriotism and American values. Still think he should be honored?
Sure. Until we know, sure.
Some people say history has already decided. Others say the jury is still out. Jeff Paston, Channel 3 News.
Still ahead, more cool fall weather in the forecast.